Hello, everyone.
Hello.
We're
Sorry, that was awkward.
We're going to talk today about how to sell SEO. Thank you for joining us. It is Thursday, October 18th. My name is Amy. I'm the Director of Go-to-Market for Vendasta. That just means I help take all of our new products and features to all of you, our partners. And I'm joined by Rylan Morris, our Director of Product Marketing.
Hi,
hey,
everyone. Hi, Amy. It's been a while since we've done a webinar together. This is fantastic.
I feel like the audience can tell.
Yeah, it's going to be a little rocky, maybe. I hope not. We'll do great. You'll do great anyways. Thanks for joining us, everyone.
Okay, so you are here because you want to learn how to sell SEO or just brush up some skills. You most likely received the webinar invite that goes out Monday, Tuesday, early in the week from myself. And just to let you guys know, we do have a full sort of month or a full series on SEO. So next week, we're going to be talking about boostability, everything you need to know about that product. We'll have a boostability expert in-house at Vendasta, so I'm going to get a chance to ask a ton of questions and get a lot of detail. The week after that, that's November 1st, we are introducing a new offering. It's called Tracked Ads. We'll get into that a little bit at in this webinar too. And finally, on November 8th, we're going to be talking about SEO Network. Same deal, we'll have an expert from SEO Network on the line, so a great opportunity to learn more about these questions, talk about sales tactics. So if you ever want to see what webinars we have going on.
Oh, you know what? It looks like, yeah.
Just want to make sure, can you guys hear us?
Hello, hello?
Okay, it looks like it's just one person that's not able to hear us. Okay.
Oh, interesting.
I'm going to keep going. Good, you cool, Rylan?
Yeah, no, sorry.
Okay.
There's a few people, look, yeah, at least one person. Okay, great. You guys can hear us. Okay, fantastic.
Thank you. So those webinar invites do go out early in the week, Monday, Tuesday. Hopefully you guys are all getting them. But if you ever want to see what we have on the schedule, go to vendasta.com/webinar. Actually, there's no S on the end. It's just a webinar. But yeah, you can see what we have coming up. You can register, look at topics, and yeah. All right, so before we get started into the topic for this week, how to sell SEO, I wanted to highlight a few SEO-related promotions we are having. So first up, boostability. For every 5 new accounts that you sell, that you activate, you get a $250 Visa gift card, USD. So depending where you are in the world, that could be more money or less money.
Could be more money in Canada.
Yeah, exactly. So this is active as of yesterday. And those 5 accounts that you activate must be between yesterday and November 30th. To qualify. So if you recall, boostability has 4 different packages, 4 different services in Marketplace. It can be any combination of those 4. And we'll want them to be, valid and active for about 3 months at least. As you know, with SEO, you need more than a couple months on the service anyways. So that's the first promotion. The other one related to SEO again is SEO Network. So whereas this boostability is really for you, you could keep that $250 Visa gift card. I mean, you could pass it on too, but it's really a bonus for you, the agency. This SEO Network one is purely, to be passed on to your clients. So as of yesterday, up until November 30th again, whenever you sell a 10 keyword package, 5 additional keywords are added for free. And as long as you sell that between now and November 30th, those additional 5 free keywords will be locked in for as long as that account is active. So 15 keywords would typically cost you $575 USD. And with this 5 free, you're getting it for only $400 USD. So pretty cool promo.
Yeah.
Both of them are very different.
Awesome that we're doing 2 SEO related promos right back to back like this. So 2 great ways to help your clients get found online. And yeah, fantastic new promos for you guys to take advantage of.
If you guys have any questions about either of those, if they're not clear, just type in the chat or in the question box. We'll be sure to get to them. Okay, so we're actually going to play a game. I'm going to pass it off to Rylan right now. So we'll run you through a little game.
I haven't played a game on a webinar before. I know we'll see how this turns out. But just chat out your answers just in the chat box. Basically, we're going to play Name That Category. So for those of you that are Vendasta partners, you of course know that our wonderful marketplace of products and services is divided by a number of different categories. You see it listings, social, reputation, SEO website. So this might be a little tough if you're new to Vendasta and you're not totally familiar with all of our products and services that are in our marketplace.
You can
But
guess.
yeah, you can get it. You just shout it out in the question box, and we're going to put some of the different answers that you can answer on screen here. So let's start with our first product, Boostability, who we have this promo going on for. What category does Boostability belong in? So you have advertising, listings, reputation. It might be a little obvious. SEO, 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 of course. Okay, good. No rogue answers there. Fantastic. So SEO, yes, Boostability in our marketplace belongs to this SEO category. What about Market Goo? Market Goo, this great little DIY product you can give to your clients, help them assess their website. What category do you think Market Goo belongs in? That's social, SEO. Maybe a few of you are just sort of jumping into marketplace right now. It's
cheating.
Yeah, no cheating, guys. Jeez.
Just kidding.
Interesting answers. So Market Goo actually does belong in that SEO category. This is a great little product that you can give to your clients to help them assess their website, how they actually rank on search. So I have a little bit of a trick question, this next one here. What category do you think customer voice belongs in?
Wow, look at all these answers flooding in. I'm
keep
so
them coming,
impressed.
guys. So we have reputation, reputation. So impressive, says Sean McKay. Way to go, guys. So here's something to think about, and this is something I want to highlight. Technically, a customer voice does belong in that reputation category in the Vendasta marketplace, or that's how we categorize it. But why would businesses want to use customer voice? Well, what customer voice can do is generate new reviews for a business on the most important sources online. It helps them do it through email or through SMS. And why would a business want to generate more reviews online? Well, one of the best ways to get found on search is, of course, to have a lot of good positive reviews coming in. So while we categorize it as a reputation product, the end result of why you would actually want to do this as a business is it could be that they just want to rank better on search and they want to be more visible online. So kind of interesting, right? What is customer voice? I have a question that came in here. Customer voice is a review generation tool that allows businesses to send out review requests to any of their customers that come in through their store, either through email or SMS. And yeah, worth checking out if you just head over to vendasta.com/marketplace or click on Marketplace right in Partner Center. So yeah, just something to think about there, guys. So the next question is, what category does Listing Sync Pro belong in? And for those of you that don't know Listing Sync Pro, and this might be an obvious answer, of course, but it helps a business sync out their listings to a wide array of sources online, all the key and important sites for them to be found on. See, now you guys are kind of getting it. I see listings, and SEO. You know, one of the best ways, again, to get found online is to be on as many different sources online as possible and to have your business's website on all those different sources as well. So you get a lot of that backlinks back to your actual website. So just another thing to think about, why do businesses want to be synced out and found across the web? Well, businesses want to get found. And one of the best ways they can help get found online is to have that information synced out to a number of different sources. So again, not really a game per se, but thank you for participating. A lot of obvious answers, but I just wanted you all to start thinking about why should a business owner, an SMB, care about a lot of these different solutions in the Vendasta marketplace and a number of the different things that you're doing for a business. And the reason is they want to get found. They want to be visible online. That's the essence of everything for digital marketing. And really what it can boil down to is search engine optimization. So SEO is the end result of a number of different tactics. It involves good reviews. It involves getting found on a number of different listing sources. It's ensuring your website is optimized for search. Plus, you may want to layer on some of the other additional services that aren't strictly SEO in the Vendasta marketplace. But that really, I think, ties nicely in to what Amy's going to talk about next year, which is a number of our new releases here at Vendasta. We're doing this big push for the next few months here on helping you get your clients found online this holiday season. And yeah, without further ado, I'll pass it on to Amy here, who's going to talk about some of these great new releases we got.
Thanks, Rylan. So hopefully you all received the Product Insider. It used to be our weekly newsletter. It's now our monthly newsletter.
Just went out today.
Yeah, went out this morning. And so a lot of what we're going to talk about right now, just briefly, was in that newsletter. So if you're not on it, let us know. We'll make sure you get on it. First off, just like Rylan said, with holidays, Black Friday, Christmas if you celebrate, so many holidays fast approaching, it's time for the local businesses you work with, your clients, to start thinking about SEO and start investing in SEO. It's not ever too early, but now's a particularly good time. I read something recently that said the majority of businesses, especially any type of retail outlets, are going to experience their highest revenue months towards the last quarter of the year. So it's a really good time. We have added 3 packages in our recommended packages section. I can show you where that is in a minute. It's Get Found, Beginner, Intermediate, and Advanced. So when you are in Partner Center, you head to Marketplace, Manage Store, and Recommended Packages. And here you'll see we have a ton of packages here, but specifically the Get Found, Advanced, Beginner, and Intermediate. So I encourage you to take a look at those. They tie really nicely into the SEO and sort of Get Found theme we have going on this month.
Yeah, and just kind of harken back to our little game that we played, a lot of those products like Customer Voice and Listing Sync Pro, those are in these packages as well.
Awesome. Thank you, Rylan. So after that, what you should really know about is that we have introduced a sort of new feature, I guess would be the best way to describe it. We've updated vendor communication in Marketplace. So this screenshot doesn't show it, unfortunately. Sorry, I thought it did. But when you go into any product page, that's okay, Rylan, I forgive you.
That's my fault, sorry.
When you go into any product page in Marketplace, there'll be a Contact Us button somewhere over here. It says Contact. And with that, you get to really speak to that vendor directly. As Vendasta is growing, we do have a number of our own products that we have built and own and operate, but as we get bigger, we introduce global brands, other products, other vendors. Sometimes you want to get straight to them and not maybe have to go through us all the time. So please feel free to click that button to ask questions, and it goes right to the vendor. Now, specifically, again, because this is SEO sort of month or the theme, Boostability and SEO Network, those 2 vendors that are having promotions this next little while, are also ready and standing by to really sell with you if you want to do that. So Boostability has a fantastic sort of, what do they call it, a sales support team. So they can get on a call with you and the client. You can ask them for help before you call a client on your own. And SEO Network is very much the same. So go into Marketplace, especially Boostability and SEO Network, and contact those vendors. Let us know how it goes. All right, so the Snapshot that we all know and love now has an SEO section. It identifies how your prospects' organic keyword performance stacks up against their competitors. And along with almost every other section in Snapshot, there's a new video. We'll play that for you in a minute. But before I forget, we also have a new blog on how to sell SEO with the Snapshot Report. So let's start by maybe watching the video together. How's that, Rylan?
Yeah, that sounds pretty good. I just want to highlight really quick. The video isn't quite in Snapshot yet, but you're able to take it, and we have it available in our resource center here. Amy's just going to send it out to everyone in chat so you can take a look at it. But it's unbranded, and it's a perfect marketing video if you want to get businesses excited about SEO. So yeah, let's take a look here.
Thanks, Rylan. Turn that up. Here we go. People conduct more than 3.5 billion searches every day on Google. How do you make sure they see your business? The secret is with search engine optimization. SEO for short. SEO is about getting your website seen on search engines like Google. Good search rankings are important because consumers see the top results as the most trustworthy. Studies show that the first 5 search results on Google get nearly 70% of all clicks, and a whopping 75% of local mobile searches result in a store visit within 24 hours. If you aren't showing up at the top, you're missing out. So, what can you do? Make sure your website is mobile friendly and loads fast. Provide information on your website that is relevant to your customers. Ensure your Google My Business page is claimed and verified. Create and promote a blog on your site that offers helpful content to customers. Stop hiding from your customers. Start your SEO strategy today.
That voice sure sounds familiar. Who could that be?
Yes, that was my voice. I'm the unofficial voice of Vendasta.
The unofficial/official.
Okay, so I just want to go back to one point. We talked about the product insider, which is where we're taking a lot of information. If you're not on that list, just message us your email address. First name, last name, email address, and maybe we'll make sure we add you to it. Some of you already have, but for those who didn't, please do that. Okay, so that's the new snapshot section in the, SEO section in the Snapshot Report. All right. We have a new release. This is the marketing services product I briefly touched on, tracked ads. Rylan, you want to describe this?
Yeah, so this is really exciting for those of you that are using any of our managed digital ad services in-house through marketing services. Tracked ads is a way for you to provide an excellent campaign for your clients that are looking to spend a little bit extra and kind of supercharge your marketing tactics this holiday season. So the premium offering, this is the bottom right-hand corner, basically this allows our teams to combine multiple different tactics like a search, display, video tactic to retarget customers and drive some serious results. There is just a display offering as well if you only want to retarget folks on their mobile devices through display. That starts at $1,000 a month minimum. Businesses everywhere are looking to get promoted online during the holiday season. This is a great, quick, and easy way to do that and to showcase them real results as well. So they're going to get a lot of bang for their buck.
So these two services are new, like we mentioned, and they are in Marketplace. So if you go into Marketplace, discover products, and search for tracked ads, you'll see the products in there. So discover more that way. All right, social marketing, one of my favorites. I am a social media fiend, obsessed over.
And a little bit of a micro-influencer here in Saskatoon, I should say.
So we have integrated with Pixabay. So their stunning library of over 1.5 million free images is now available in social marketing. So it's really like 1.5 million images at your fingertips, at your client's fingertips. We got a lot of questions and feedback of like, I want to post this, whatever it is, this content, but I want an image with it, and just finding the right image or making the time to build an image was getting really cumbersome. So this is in there now. And then customer voice. So we have introduced the ability to create your own templates and save them. So this was for some of our larger partners or more creative partners who didn't want to use the templates that we currently have in Customer Voice, wanted to create their own email template design and copy and kind of switch it up from ours. So you can do that now.
Yeah, and what's great about that is that you don't have to build it 100% from scratch. We have a visual editor in there, and you can just take some of our existing templates and make those changes yourself.
Totally. Okay, and then Website Pro. So with our new content delivery network, client sites will load faster, and that's really all there is to that. You want the sites, all sites, to load quickly.
Yeah, faster sites equal better SEO, as it says there. And this is something that you'll just have if you're a Website Pro user. All your sites will be on our content delivery network. And we do have a free promotion right now to migrate your client's sites over. So if you're interested, let us know.
You're stealing my thunder, Rylan. That was the next slide.
Oh.
That's okay. So we are offering free migration.
I'm so excited about it.
You really are. It's awesome doing webinars with you. So there's no strings attached. It's free of charge. We are in the website business. We know how difficult it can be for some to like switch over, and sometimes that's the hurdle itself.
Hosting providers. Yeah. That's like worse than changing banks sometimes.
So we realize that, and we want to do it all for you. So if you're interested, again, you can just like put a note in the chat box or contact Success on Demand, and they can help you with that. Okay, so that was the real release summary. It's definitely related to this week's topic, how to sell SEO and all the different aspects you have. To quickly go over them, that vendor communication piece is in there now. So you can go into a product page and hit contact us and talk to the vendor, along with the SEO section, the Snapshot Report. We've got those new tracked ad services available in Marketplace. Social marketing has the new image integration, so 1.5 million images from Pixabay are available for use. And finally, those saved templates in customer voice. Now, Ryan's going to get into the good stuff, the reason why you are really here.
Oh, we'll see about that.
Sell SEO.
Thank you, Amy. Yeah, you know what's so great about all the releases that we're doing this month is there's so many things are connecting, right? Like we have that great promo going on for Boostability and SEO Network. There's that fantastic new update that we have for you to go out and contact the sales experts directly from Nick and Neil, right from Boostability and SEO Network. And then what I'm going to get into are some of the updates that we did with Snapshot Report recently, which is all about how to go out and sell and promote SEO using some of the great sales tools that we have available to you as a Vendasta partner. So why does SEO matter? You likely already know this. There's 3.5 billion searches on Google every single day. That is more than half of the world's population, which blows my mind. Like, there's so many people in the world that don't even have access to the internet. So
that's a really crazy way to think about it. But you're right.
It's absolutely insane how many people are doing this. So if your clients aren't getting found on search engines, then they got a bit of a problem. 81% of consumers will perform an online search before making a purchase decision. I know I do, especially during the holiday season. I'm basically doing all my shopping online this year. I know one of our dear friends here, Janessa, has already got all of her Christmas shopping done.
Yeah.
She has it done already. I don't know how far ahead you guys are, but yeah, like it's just so easy to get that all done. And you're doing it ahead of time. You're just looking for the best deals. You're looking for what shows up first in search results. And that's the next point here. The first 5 search results get nearly 70% of all clicks. Let that sink in for a minute here. We kind of have like an ongoing joke here at Vendasta, and forgive me if you've heard this one before, but Amy told me.
I know it.
You know it? You know what it is?
It is. Where do you hide a dead body?
Where's the best place to hide
where's the best place to hide a dead body?
Hide a dead body. Anyone got an answer for that?
No.
Anyone? Best place to hide a dead body. Second page of Google. There we are. Mitchell Slater. Now they all come in.
Somebody said pig farm. Wow, there's lots of pig farms. I don't get that.
I think it's a reference to is that The Godfather or something? I don't know. I haven't seen that movie.
Okay, back to SEO.
It's too scary. 75% of consumers will never click past the first page of search, just what we said there. And 88% of local mobile searches result in a store visit within 24 hours. Some really compelling facts that you may want to even just take this slide, remove the Vendasta logo, and share that with your clients there. Oops, went too far here. So basically, if you aren't showing up at the top, you're losing the battle. Some points here. Why do you want to show up at the top? Get more organic traffic, increase sales and leads. The better question is, how do you help your clients better understand why there's value in search engine optimization, why there's value in SEO? Part of the way that I like to position it is not really calling it SEO. It's more about just getting found. Like, businesses want to get found. And that kind of harkens back to our recommended packages that we have and kind of the theme of the releases this month. We do have the wonderful, glorious Snapshot Report, our crown jewel here at Vendasta. Automated needs assessment, scans the web, gives you some great information, some great intel on any particular business you're going out and marketing towards. These are super easy to generate. If you haven't generated one, all you do really is just type in a business name, click generate, click search, and instantly you're bringing in information about that business, and they're ready to go. We did some speed enhancements. They're ready to go in roughly 30 minutes. So if you haven't ran a Snapshot Report recently, go on and do so. And part of the reason why you're going to want to do this is with this great new SEO section. What this does, this new SEO, search engine optimization section, it shows your prospects and clients how their SEO, their search engine optimization, stacks up compared to their competitors. Just like the rest of the Snapshot Report, kind of gives them a comparison. Hey, this is how you're comparing against other people that are similar to you, other businesses that are similar to you. There's 2 different areas. Organic keyword performance, that compares the prospect's keyword performance against their top competitors, and then their ranking, their keyword ranking. And it assesses those top keywords that consumers are using to search for your prospects' services. So that's information a lot of businesses would have no clue what is actually being said about them. Like, what are people typing about my business, or what keywords are they typing in where my business shows up at the top of that search result? So let's go through this in a little bit more detail. So yeah, like as I mentioned, when you run a snapshot report, it automatically scans the web, brings in this information. The first thing that you'll see is keyword overlap. And what this shows is how similar your prospects are to the competitors based on their shared SEO keywords. And why this is important, basically, the more keywords that your prospects share with competitors, the more likely they'll be fighting to rank on in the same search queries. So you can think of a really common keyword during the holiday season. I don't know, I'm going to throw it back to the 90s here, maybe like Furbies or something. That's a little bit obscure. Beanie Babies, right?
Yeah.
How many stores in the 90s, this is kind of weird that I'm doing this comparison for the 90s. I'm just trying to think like holiday season, but whatever. Search for a keyword. How many other places nearby, other big major competitors rank for that type of a keyword or have overlap for that type of a keyword? You want to make sure that you're not necessarily always targeting things that might be, not necessarily the best keywords to target based on how big some of these competitors of yours are, but just it gives you that idea. It gives you that your client, hey, I know who my top competitors are and what people are searching for to find them. So the next section that you have here is the number of different keywords. So that's just the number of keywords for which your prospects and their competitors will appear for in the top 50 search results on Google. So the higher the number, the better, of course. How many keywords do you have in general? Important because the number of different routes that a potential customer can take using search queries to get to your products and services that are on your website. Like, that's just important to know in general. Your prospects should always aim to have as many different ways to get to their website, different routes, different ways to kind of get in using different keywords. And, competitors with a high level of keyword overlap or ranking volume are on more keywords than what your prospects are showing. They'll see like a higher number of clicks that way. So next piece that we got here, clicks, estimated number of clicks for those keywords, fairly straightforward. You want to obviously target some of those competitors that have higher clicks and kind of look at, hey, they're getting a lot of traffic using some of these keywords. So again, just a great way for you to go in and see, hey, these are my major competitors. These are the keywords that we're going to rank for. This is what we should be targeting in our SEO strategy. And then the estimated monthly value. This is calculated a couple of different ways through like PPC campaigns, but basically showcases how much more value. You can basically multiply the number of clicks by the value, give them a number, give your client a number and say, hey, the higher the number here, the more money we should be investing in some of these different keywords. So the next section of the Snapshot Report, the SEO section of the Snapshot Report, is all about organic keyword ranking. So it shows you how difficult it is to appear in the top of Google search results. They're valuable because they give you an idea of how many people search for their business online, the types of keywords they should be targeting, the type of organic content your prospects need to gain relevancy. So in the competitive section, it's really important to see how competitive the keyword is, how competitive your keywords are versus your competitors. The rank, so the position of your prospect's website in Google search. Again, for those particular keywords, when you type in this example that we see here, hair seek it yacht club,
Yeah,
it shows you the rank of that. You want to make sure that the keywords that they're ranking for, you want to highlight to that business. You want to show them, hey, Mr. Business Owner, you're ranking high or you're ranking low in these particular keywords. Are you aware of that? Are you not aware of that? Opens up that dialogue, opens up that communication. The number of different local searches, so this is an approximation of how many times people are looking for this business within their country. And then global searches, so around the world. How many times they're ranking in searches around the world. So going into crafting the perfect SEO sales pitch, we recently wrote a blog on this if you want a little bit more information, a little bit more detail. But there's a number of different, or sort of like a little bit of a formula to take in crafting what you want to go through in a sales pitch with a local business. So the first thing you want to do is open up with a question. Have them consider their own buying journey. So a good question here. What steps would you take if you want to find a good, local, inexpensive restaurant for dinner tonight? So if you're approaching a local restaurant, what would be make them put themselves in the shoes of their customers. What are they searching for? What kind of keywords would they be putting into Google in order to find their restaurant? And then the next piece here is consider what the overall journey looks like. So I am going to type in those keywords to search for that business. And then what is my next step? Am I going to scroll down a little bit and find maybe the first or second search result? Am I going to go all the way to that second page of Google? Probably not. So really just get them considering, hey, the overall picture, what does that funnel look like? And then even when they land on that business's website or their website, what does that experience look like? What does it look like on a mobile device? How do you, book a reservation? How do you go in and talk a little bit about, maybe you want to interact with someone or send them an email, give them a phone call. What does that experience look like? Like really get them digging in and thinking about, hey, all the way from the beginning of someone searching for keywords that are related to my business to the conversion point of landing on their website or Instagram or Facebook or whatever that point is that for that business, what does that full funnel look like? Then this is where you bring in the SEO section of the Snapshot Report. This is really where you want to get a little bit more into the weeds and a little bit more granular, where you're like, hey, we have some really good data to help you really flesh this out and start thinking about what types of keywords you want to start ranking for. So you can stress the urgency. You might want to say something like, based on these metrics, your competition may be a step ahead of you, stealing some potential business right out from under you. Do you think it's valuable for your site to appear at the top of search when consumers are looking for your business services? So, you can kind of get a little bit more deep into the weeds there. Conduct a live demo. So this, again, it might be going in, bringing up their phone, having them do the demo themselves, like walking them through those keywords that are showing up in the Snapshot Report. And, walking them through that process of what it's like, what competitors are showing up, and really showcasing maybe some of the particular keywords that are showing up in that Snapshot Report. So this is where the next step here, if you want to know if your prospect wants to know how they rank for keywords other than the ones that they show up in the report, there's a number of different tools out there. A really good one, obviously, is in Marketplace right now is MarketView, and you can actually run a free report right on that product page. Does a quick little business scan, and then it gives you sort of like a step-by-step SEO plan to help them kind of increase their website ranking. So a really good way for them to just go in and use a tool right away to see what they can do to improve their SEO. And of course, you're just there as a trusted local expert to help them move forward with that. I have a couple of different other tools just here as well. Ahrefs, just a great way to uncover different keywords as a local marketer if they're related to a business. We use this tool a lot internally here when we're building out blog content or building anything on our website. Really, it all starts with keyword research. You want to see what keywords we should be using in our pages to rank higher. And the Keyword Finder is a very similar tool to Ahrefs. So some final considerations. Set the right expectations with business owner. There is no single instant fix with any sort of SEO solution. As we kind of mentioned before, it's a sum of a number of different tasks, a number of different things that work together in order to elevate the ranking of that business on search over time. And of course, just to kind of review some of the components that we talked about earlier, having a mobile-friendly website, providing web content that's relevant to consumers. Basically, a lot of what was covered in that marketing video that you saw earlier, again, that was shared out there, a lot of those different things are the sum, all these different tasks are the sum of search engine optimization, or equal the sum of optimizing your business for search. Number two here, incorporate multiple different solutions. Again, we want to make sure that we're talking about different things outside of just what's SEO in the marketplace. We want to look at a listings product potentially to help them get found on a number of different sources online. We want to look at how they can go ahead and generate more reviews using a service like Customer Voice. And finally, a good thing to consider is and this is what's so great about a lot of our solutions in Marketplace, measuring the success of your SEO campaign. So built right into Business Center, built right into a lot of different solutions in the Vendasta Marketplace is detailed reporting to show your clients return on investment. So it's the worst thing that could possibly happen, in my opinion, when you're selling an SEO solution or a get found solution to a local business is to just say, hey, we're going to get you to that front page with Google search. The better thing to do is to say, hey, we're going to show you some really detailed reporting on the success of your campaign. We're going to show you precisely how your investment, your return on investment is using these different services. And what's so great about Boostability, SEO Network, a lot of these different services, as I mentioned in Marketplace, they have really good detailed reporting to show your rank increase over time, to show you the success of your investment. So a couple of different things to remember when you're selling SEO. So that's basically it, guys. Thank you for joining us. We're going to open it up to some Q&A, but before we get into that, I just want to pass it back to Amy here, potentially, to just review.
Let's do
questions first.
Yeah,
okay,
so
fantastic.
we'll go on a 30-second, 1-minute hold. Just mute ourselves. You guys can type in some questions. We will be right back.
Awesome. Thank you. Okay, guys, so it looks like, yeah, we have a lot of great questions here. The first one I just want to cover really quickly here. Moving a web page from Wix. Someone was asking about moving a web page from Wix. I don't believe that is something that we can 100% do. It might involve a little bit more, just because our Website Pro hosts WordPress websites. But if you do want more information on that, just reach out to Success on Demand. Call us toll free and we can provide you with a little bit more information. I do believe something that might be a charge through marketing services, but yeah, we can go over that. Sorry, this is just being a little wonky here. So Robert here has a question. How well do these packages work for mobile searches with location-based searching? It's a really good question. So the Get Found packages actually incorporate Listing Sync Pro, which heavily involves different tools that will help with location-based searching. The particular service that I'd like to highlight actually is Listing Sync Pro powered by Yext. For those of you familiar with, let's just go back to recommended packages here. We found Advanced. For those of you familiar with Yext, they've done a lot of work to ensure their platform helps with location-based searching. We did a really fantastic webinar on Listing Sync Pro powered by Yext a little while back. If you want a little bit more information on it, the default Listing Sync Pro option in these packages is Listing Sync Pro powered by Vendasta. However, both of them work very similarly. Yext has a little bit more sources, a little bit more expensive, but you can kind of mix and match. If you copy these packages over to your store, I'm just going to save and publish this one here. I'm going to head back to my store here. You know what? I won't be able to do it with this particular example account. But you have the ability to swap out any of these services, any of these different products and services in Marketplace. You can customize it and build a compelling package to help with that. So Erica has a question here. Should we sell them SEO if their reputation is not good? That's an interesting question, Erica. I think really the answer is, if their reputation is not good, they may not have good SEO. They kind of go hand in hand with each other. So my personal perspective is SEO, yes, sell them SEO, sell them a solution that includes something like customer voice and reputation management, just like we have in front of us right now, to help them increase their star rating across a number of different sources. What I would avoid selling them is any sort of a paid ad solution, only if the business's reputation is poor. And if you think about it as a funnel, if I'm running a display campaign or a search campaign to really promote my business online, and what's coming up in search results or in sort of results where I'm making my business aware to consumers and they're searching for my business is negative reviews, then you kind of got a bit of a broken funnel. They're just going to jump over to the competition in that case. So I say yes, an SEO solution, absolutely. However, something like a digital ad search campaign, a display campaign, even tracked ads, you want to make sure fundamentally first that your clients are doing everything they can to have a positive reputation and good SEO as a result of that before you start selling them any sort of a paid solution. So if we go back again to our recommended packages here, I would say the order of operations, I'm just going to jump back into the webinar. Order of operations, get these fundamental packages out of the way and sold to your clients so they have the ability to get found online. And then move into something like, once they have their reputation order, move into something like a paid ads campaign. Okay, thanks for the questions. I have another question here from Thomas. His question says, does your online listings management product merely submit listings to the search engines and online directories, or will it add the listing to the actual database of those sites to ensure better SEO? It will actually add the listing, like it will show up in the actual listing itself. So it doesn't, we have two different, I think where your question is kind of getting at here, Thomas, is we have two different types of listing services through Vendasta, Listing Sync Pro and Listing Distribution. The way that listing distribution works is there are 4 major data providers in the United States, Factual, Axiom, Newstar, and Info Group. Those data providers submit listing information to tons of different places across the web, or they provide it to a number of different places across the web. However, it's up to those individual sources to go collect that information from those 4 major data providers. So all you're doing is submitting the information to the data providers, and over time, you will see different information, different sites collect that information and have it corrected. However, Listing Sync Pro works a little bit differently in that it will actually match and lock the information across all the different sources that it supports. So it works the same way as if the information were displayed, just based on the information that they collected, the individual source collected from other places across the web. All we're doing is matching that information and then correcting it and locking it down so it can't be changed from any outside source. So to answer your question, it will actually improve your SEO if you actually sync and lock that information using Listing Sync Pro. Awesome. Oh, we got some new messages down below here. This is a great question from John here. So his question is, I found that competitors are shown in the SEO section of the Snapshot Report don't always mesh with the client's actual competitors. How can we change this so we're actually showing them their actual competitors? And this is actually a great question. We get this a lot through Success on Demand. There's a number of different reasons why different competitors show up. I would recommend you defer to the recent blog that was written. Just if you head over to vendasta.com/blog, we have kind of a talk track around that, why certain competitors are showing up in the Snapshot Report that may not necessarily be that business's actual competitors. And I will be completely forthcoming with you here, John. There is a little bit of a bug on our back end here right now where we're kind of investigating this and ensuring that over time, we're displaying more and more correct information of competitors in the SEO section. So reference the blog. If you're looking for more of a talk track too, you can reach out to Success on Demand. They're ready to help you out with that. But for now, we're going to continue to improve that section. Okay, fantastic. Doesn't appear to be any other questions right now, but if you still have one, feel free to hang on the line. Oh, sorry, one last question here from Jason, and then I'll pass it back to Amy here. Jason's question is, if we have a paying client, do we have to pay to run another Snapshot Report to show the improvements on listings, et cetera? That's a really good question there, Jason. The answer is no. What's fantastic about Vendasta is if you have access to the Business Center, if you're giving your client access to Business Center, they'll have access to what's known as the Executive Report. So I'm just going to show you what that looks like here. I'm going to go into a Business Center account. Business Center is the dashboard that your clients log into. This is something that you can give them to access the different products and services that they purchase from you, to look at your store, a number of different reasons. There's some great little tips and tricks in here to help them with their performance. But if you head over to the executive report, well, this is a great example because there's nothing in here, of course, but for a business that has been getting services from you for a while, a lot of our different products and services in our marketplace connect directly with the executive report and show you that performance. So it'll show you how much better your business is performing over time. This report is also emailed out to your clients as well, so there should be really no reason for you to have to run another snapshot report. I mean, you can spend $2 and run them a snapshot report, but I think the better solution that's free, that can be accessed at any time, is just give them access to Business Center and have them receiving those executive report emails. So Jason, just kind of a follow-up question here from him as well. How long should it take the listings to go from an F to an A? That really depends. However, if you really want kind of that instant sort of hit of a really sort of an improvement in the overall score, I recommend taking a look at, if we go back to our packages here, we'll sell them the entire recommended package under recommended packages here. But if you look at Listing Sync Pro, we've been kind of talking a little bit about that. That will show you the fastest results. So if you're really looking to kind of get that buy-in from your clients and maybe even just kind of that thin edge of the wedge, like really just get your foot in the door and sell them a particular service that will kind of give them that extra sort of a shot of adrenaline and getting found in a number of different sources and a positive impact in that reporting you're giving them, Listing Sync Pro is a great little solution for that because it works within 24 to 48 hours. Okay, awesome. Thanks, guys. I have a few other questions here. We'll follow up with you later if I didn't get to your question, I promise. We're going to wrap things up just with a few last-minute notes here from Amy. So thank you again for joining us today, guys. Let me just load up the webinar deck here really quick just to kind of wrap things up. So before you leave.
Awesome. Thank you, Rylan. Like you said, before you leave, we have a number of products in the SEO sort of suite, as we like to call it, the SEO category. MarketGoo is a DIY product where there's a free report and then the client would have instructions on how to like sort of fix their SEO. Boostability SEO and SEO Network are both services. And those are all in Marketplace right now. And we have a new vendor joining us before the end of the year. So stay tuned for that. We'll have a new service coming to Marketplace that's SEO related. Reminder again about the Boostability promotion. So this is for every new 5 client activations, you get a $250 Visa gift card. That is for you. And SEO Network, you buy 10 keywords and 5 are free. So buy 10, get a total of 15, only have to pay for the 10. Again, the upcoming webinar series, if you enjoyed today, hope you did, please be sure to join us the following weeks. Talking about Boostability next week, talking about tracked ads on November 1st, and talking about SEO Network on November 8th. My name is Amy, and I was with Rylan today.
Yes.
Thank you so much for joining us, and have a wonderful day.
Thank you, everyone. Yes. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.